I should like you to see with me something of the land of Siam.
Imagine stepping into a world where survival wasn't just about skill, but pure, unfiltered willpower. No rounds, no gloves, no referees. Early Muay Thai was more than a sport. It was a brutal dance of life and death. Its purpose? Simple. End your opponent as quickly and efficiently as possible. Fast forward to today, and while the fight is just as fierce, it's wrapped in rules, strategies, and protective gear. So how did this raw art of combat evolve into the electrifying sport we know now? Let's dive into the story. Picture this. It's the 7th century. Wars rage, kingdoms rise and fall, and amidst it all, the early roots of Muay Thai begin to take shape. But it wasn't until the 10th century that it started to evolve into the deadly art form that would define an entire culture. By 1243 AD, the Thai people had established the Sukhothai Kingdom, their first great empire, and with it came the Mungraiyashastra manuscripts, written around 1296 AD, offering the earliest glimpse into this art of crushing bones and breaking wills. Muay Thai wasn't just a fighting style, it was a way of life, woven into the very fabric of society. From peasants to royalty, everyone practiced it, not just to fight off invaders, but to build a kingdom strong enough to last. Take Prince Ram Kamhang, for example. At just 13 years old, he was sent to Samokhon School, a legendary academy founded by a hermit back in 657 AD. Here, he didn't just study martial arts, but mastered swordplay, archery, and even the control of elephants and horses. When Ram Kamhang became king, he didn't just lead armies. He wrote the book on how to win wars. His strategies, many of which leaned heavily on Muay Thai principles, spread the art across the kingdom. And where do you think people went to learn Muay Thai? Temples. That's right, the spiritual heart of the kingdom became the training ground for its warriors. Even after the Sukhothai Kingdom fell to the Ayutthaya armies in the 14th century, Muay Thai didn't fade away. Instead, it became an official part of royal life. Under King Boromatra Lokanath, Muay Thai fighters were handpicked for an elite force, the king's unarmed guard division. Imagine being one of the top fighters in the land, protecting the king during both peace and war. By the 16th century, the Ayutthaya Kingdom had taken over, and with it came a revision of war strategies. Enter King Ramathibodi II, who refined and expanded upon the original manuals to create a guide that would shape Siamese warfare for generations. But war came knocking when the Burmese Tungu dynasty attacked. Ayutthaya fell, and its young prince, Naresuan, was taken hostage at just 9 years old. Raised in the Burmese royal court,
Here we have the only independent, absolute monarchy existing today.
he trained alongside the best warriors of the era, learning techniques that would transform him into a living legend. When Naresuan finally returned to Siam as king, he wasn't just a survivor, he was a master tactician. He enhanced Siam's military strategies, fusing Burmese techniques with traditional Muay Thai. His efforts didn't just reclaim his kingdom, they ensured its survival for decades to come. In 1767, the Ayutthaya Kingdom fell again. The Burmese-Siamese War left the Siamese people in chains as spoils of war. Among the chaos and captivity, the Burmese decided to throw a 7-day religious festival. Think costume plays, sword duels, and a little something for everyone. But the Burmese king, he wasn't about to settle for theatrics. He wanted action.
The boxers arrive and get right down to praying. The authentic music you are hearing is played before and during every bout.
Raw, unfiltered, hand-to-hand combat. No props, no excuses. Just fists, knees, and guts. Now imagine being a captive and hearing this announcement. We need a volunteer to fight 10 of our best warriors in a row. Terrifying, right? But out of the ranks of prisoners emerged a fighter who'd go down in history as a living legend, Nai Khanom Tom. When Nai Khanom Tom stepped into the ring to face the Burmese King's champion, it wasn't just a fight, it was an annihilation. With a hurricane of punches, kicks, elbows, and knees, he turned his opponent into a highlight reel of Muay Thai brutality. This king, now intrigued, wasn't satisfied. "Impressive," he said, probably stroking his beard. "But can he do it 9 more times?" Spoiler alert, he did. Back to back without a break. His final opponent, a kickboxing master from Rakhine State. Let's just say it didn't end well for him either. The king, thoroughly impressed and maybe a little terrified, granted Nai Khanom Tom his freedom. When he returned to Siam, he was greeted like a superhero. March 17th is now celebrated as National Muay Thai Day, honoring the man who not only saved his life, but became the face of Siamese resilience. Fast forward to the reign of King Rama I from 1782 to 1809, and Muay Thai underwent a massive glow-up. Official schools were founded, advanced techniques like sweeps and throws were developed, and traditions like the Wai-Kru Ramoy dance and ceremonial Mongol headbands became iconic. But let's not forget, this era was also when Nai Khanom Tom transitioned from warrior to teacher, spreading his knowledge and cementing his legacy in Muay Thai culture. When King Chulalongkorn, or Rama V, ascended the throne in 1868, it wasn't just a time of peace for Siam, it was the dawn of Muay Thai's golden age. With no wars looming, the once lethal martial art began its transformation from a tool of survival into a cultural treasure. Under Rama V's rule, Muay Thai evolved into a celebrated national sport. But make no mistake, this was still an era where grit and danger defined the ring. In those days, Muay Boran, or ancient boxing, reigned supreme. Fighters from across the kingdom trained in distinct regional styles, each carrying its own flavor of combat.
Here's an introduction to the wonderful world of Thai or Siamese boxing.
Lopburi's sharpshooters prized lightning-fast punches that struck like a snake. Chaya's tacticians mastered low stances and cunning sweeps, using defense as a weapon. And Korat's bruisers favored devastating kicks and clinch work, delivering blows like cannon fire. These rivalries weren't just a matter of skill, they were battles of pride, as fighters represented their provinces and proved which style reigned supreme. Matches became the ultimate test of not just physical strength, but mental fortitude. Imagine being a fighter, stepping into the ring knowing every strike could make or break your legacy. But what truly elevated this era was King Rama V's personal devotion to Muay Thai. He didn't just support it, he championed it. Fighters were invited to perform at royal events and even at funerals, as was the case when his young son passed away in 1910. 3 fighters from Lopburi, Korat, and Chaya competed, and their exceptional skills earned them noble ranks, turning provincial warriors into national heroes. During this time, Muay Thai wasn't just about winning, it was about discipline, respect, and honor. Fighters performed the Wai-Kru Ramoy, a ritual dance to show gratitude to their teachers and ancestors. They wore the Mongkol headband and Prajayut armbands, symbols of their dedication and identity. As the sport's popularity grew, so did its sophistication. The regional styles of Muay Boran merged into a unified art form, refining the techniques that would later define modern Muay Thai. And yet the raw spirit of its origins, the grit, the danger, and the unyielding pride remained at its core. This was more than a golden age. It was the moment Muay Thai transitioned from a battlefield necessity to a symbol of Siamese resilience, discipline, and national pride. By the time Rama VI took the throne, World War I was in full swing. The Allies, comprising nations like France, the UK, and the US, were locked in battle with the Central Powers, led by Germany and the Ottomans. Thailand, aligned with the Allies, sent its soldiers to fight in France. But as the conflict raged on, Thai soldiers found themselves stuck in the trenches with not much to do, other than waiting. So what did they do? They started Muay Thai sparring, of course. With boredom creeping in and no real combat on the horizon, they turned to their roots. And here's the twist. The French boxers, who were also stationed nearby, caught wind of the Muay Thai action and thought, "Hey, this looks fun." They jumped into the mix, learning Muay Thai and spreading the word about this brutal, ancient martial art. Just imagine French boxers throwing punches and kicking the air like Muay Thai fighters. Now that's an international fusion. Fast forward a bit, and the evolution of Muay Thai was well underway. In the early 20th century, it was clear. This was no longer just a traditional form of bare-knuckle fighting. The term Muay Thai itself was officially introduced in the curriculum of physical education, making it distinct from Muay Sakon, the Thai version of international boxing. But it wasn't all smooth sailing just yet. In 1913, Suan Kulap College became a key player in Muay Thai's modern journey by introducing British boxing to the curriculum.
All work in the army, but even the fighting isn't always work. In this camp, they're training for a fight.
Peter doesn't see why it should last that long. He's all out for a quick finish. But Arthur weathers the storm and fights back.
Suddenly, Muay Thai wasn't just an old-school martial art. It was merging with modern techniques, giving it new layers. By 1919, the two disciplines, British boxing and Muay Thai, were being taught together. Think of it like the crossover event of the century. And the impact, huge. Fighters were now learning to blend the best of both worlds, and the sport started to take off. In 1921, Siam got its very first permanent boxing ring at Suan Kulap College. Not long after, Suan Sanuk Stadium near Lumpini Park was built. It was the first venue to feature a three-rope international-style ring, complete with the classic red and blue padded corners. But while the infrastructure was improving, the sport itself still had some serious rough edges.
Of the Muay Thai experts of the past, they all have mentioned how everything was more exciting.
There were no rules, no time limits, just knockouts. Brutal, right? Enter King Rama VII, who recognized that the sport needed structure if it was going to flourish. Under his reign, Muay Thai saw a series of reforms that changed the game. Referees were introduced to oversee fights, rounds were timed, and the once horrifying rope-bound fists used to make Muay Thai punches like wrecking balls were swapped out for gloves and ankle wraps, all in the name of safety. This is when Muay Thai began its transition into the sport we know and love today. The ancient style, Muay Boran, was slowly relegated to ceremonial and exhibition matches as Muay Thai continued to develop into a more formalized sport. Muay Thai's golden era didn't come overnight. It was a slow burn, but by the 1980s and 1990s, the sport had exploded in popularity, both in Thailand and around the world. Huge crowds flocked to arenas, and fighters were raking in serious cash, with purses as high as 200,000 baht. That's around $6,000 in today's money. Some of the sport's biggest stars could even pull in up to 540,000 baht for a single fight. Talk about the good life. And let's talk about the fighters. Legends like Diesel Noi Chor Tanasukern, Samart Payakarun made their mark during this time. Samart Payakarun in particular became a global sensation. His lightning-fast speed, razor-sharp technique, and unmatched versatility set him apart from the competition. Samart became the first fighter to simultaneously hold championships at both Lumpini and Rajadamnern stadiums, a feat so impressive it was like winning the Olympics of Muay Thai. The international exposure helped elevate Muay Thai, with fighters from all over the world coming to Thailand to test their skills. Promoters like Songchai Ratanasuban and Takun Pongsufa played a huge role in spreading the sport globally. Songchai's Super Fight series showcased the best fighters in epic showdowns, while Takun's efforts in Japan and the United States helped bring Muay Thai to the West. But like all great things, the golden age eventually came to an end. By 1997, Thailand's economic collapse took the wind out of the sport's sails. The booming economy that had fueled Muay Thai's rise was no more, and the sport entered a period of decline. But even then, Muay Thai had already reached international recognition through mixed martial arts, ensuring the sport's survival and growth into the future. Promotions like Pride and the UFC propelled Muay Thai into the limelight, where its techniques produced some of the most brutal knockouts and highlight reel moments ever witnessed in combat sports. Then, in 2006, Muay Thai hit another massive milestone when it was inducted into Sport Accord, marking a pivotal moment for global sports recognition. However, to meet Sport Accord's requirement of removing country names from sports titles, Muay Thai was streamlined into Muay Thai, a single unified word that adhered to Olympic standards. The early 2000s witnessed the rise of legends like Sombat Buakal Banchamek.
Ireland is the greatest country in Europe, and we're going to witness some great fights tomorrow.
Namsakno Yuthagarngamtorn and Sagat Pechindi, each of them knocking out the world's best fighters and cementing their place in Muay Thai history. These legendary figures helped the sport soar to new heights, earning Muay Thai its place in the 2014 International World Games and the 2017 World Games in Wrocław, Poland. Around the same time, one championship, based in Singapore, expanded Muay Thai's reach into new territories, making it a hot topic in Western combat circles with its innovative combat rules. By 2020, Muay Thai's reach had exploded, with more than 3,800 Thai boxing gyms scattered across the globe. Today, stars like Rodtang Jitmongnon, Tawan Chai, and Stamp Fairtex are taking the sport to places it's never been before, fueled by social media and a passionate fan base. The sport's growth shows no signs of slowing down, and the future holds incredible potential for Muay Thai to reach even greater heights. That's the thrilling story of Muay Thai, from its humble beginnings to global dominance. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay tuned for more epic stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.